and learn how to get the best out of failure. Think about what we're actually talking about on today's podcast. We're talking about how to get a return on it so that way every time you fail, you're able to get the best return on your failure. Imagine that. Every time you fail, you're going to be able to get a return on it. That's what this is all about. Making sure that you understand how to also tell yourself the right words when you fail. I'm going to keep going. Nothing's going to stop me. I'm not going to quit. Winners never quit. Quitters never win. I get knocked down, I get back up. I got people counting on me. I will keep believing. I will keep trusting. You know God got your back. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. God will give you all the strength, all the determination that you need to go out there and defeat any battle. Like they say, God gives his toughest battles to his toughest soldiers. Why are you complaining that you're going through your problems right now? It's okay. That's part of the game. You're a strong soldier. Stay strong. Stay positive. Don't break. Your breakthrough is coming. Yes, you listening right now, whether you're listening to this in your car, if you're listening to this in your headphones, if you're at home, wherever you are right now, I want you to listen to this right here. I want you to claim this. After I say this, I want you to say, I received that. Your breakthrough is happening right now. It's here. Accept it. Open your hands. I receive it, Nano. I receive that. My breakthrough is here. It's not coming, because if it's coming, it's not here, right? No, it's here. It's now. It's happening as you're listening to this. This is what you needed. God told me to communicate this to you to let you know that your time is here. This failure, this tough time that you're going through is here to change you. It's here to elevate you. It's here to put you in a position to win. It's here to teach you the lesson that you haven't learned yet. So anticipate your failure, prepare for it, get ready. Because like I said, proper preparation will prevent a poor performance when it's time. Okay. So that's number 4. All right. We're more than halfway through this training. All right. Let's go to number 5 on how to get a return on failure. Okay. Number 5 is develop a process to receive a return on failure. A process. Now, remember, guys, in life, it's not about what you can do. It's about what you can teach, right? So if we want to develop a process to receive a return on failure, what is that process going to be? Well, there's a 5-step process to receive a return on failure, right? Number 1 is test. Okay, let's test a different strategy, a different technique. Okay. Number 2, we're going to fail. Okay. Things are not going to go the way that we want them to. Number 3, we're going to learn. After we learn, what do? Number 4, we improve. And then number 5, we re-enter. Okay. This is how you do it. Very easy. That's the process. Test, fail, learn, improve, re-enter. This is the process to receive a return on failure. Let me give you guys a real life example. Okay. Let's talk about in the sales perspective. Okay. Let's say I'm testing a new marketing strategy. All right. I test a new marketing strategy with posting ads on my Instagram for people to join a new business that I'm launching, as an example, right? I'm gonna just put it in perspective so you guys understand. So I'm testing a new ad that is gonna allow me to get more customers and more people to see my business. All right, I'm testing it. Boom, I test it. It fails. I put out the ad for 24 to 48 hours. It barely gets any clicks. I get no leads from it. All right. I get absolutely no leads from it. Nobody reaches out to me. The plan was for me to get people to see what I'm doing and reach out for me, and for me to get bookings so I can get business calls set up, but it didn't happen. So number 1, I tested it, right? Number 2, I failed. Now, number 3, I got to learn. Why didn't it work? What was it that I did? Was it the time that I posted it at? Was it the way that I ran the ad? Was it the words that I, used in the ad? Should I change them, right? You got to sit down and now you got to add, you got to adjust, you got to make, some changes. So then what am I going to do? Okay. Number 4, I'm going to improve. All right. Let me use different wording. Let me use a better hook message to start the message. All right. Let me promote it to a different audience. Let me put a little bit more money into it. Let me improve. And then what am I going to do? Number 5, I'm going to re-enter. Okay. I'm not going to sit there and get frustrated and be like, you know what? It didn't work. This strategy didn't work for me. I quit. I'm done with this. You got nothing out of your failure there. If you fail, you tested something and you failed and then you quit, you got nothing out of it. Right? But if you tested something, you failed, then you learn from it and then you improve and then you re-enter, you learn something from it. And then next thing you know, I do that now. And then guess what happens? I get a bunch of bookings, a bunch of people reach out to me. Now I'm making a ton of sales. I have a great month. Things happen for me. You know why? Because I learned from my failure. And I didn't allow 1 failed attempt, 2 failed attempts, 5 failed attempts. Who cares? 10 failed attempts stop me from having that 1 good attempt. Because that's all it takes. All it takes is 1. That 1 strategy, that 1 investment, all it takes is 1, guys, for everything to change for you. All right. I always tell people about the story with Thomas Edison and the light bulb. It took him 10,000 attempts to figure out the light bulb. And when they asked him in an interview, they said, Thomas Edison, it took you, 10,000 attempts, to figure out the light bulb. He said, I didn't fail 10,000 times. I just found 9,999 ways that didn't work. The 10,000th time it worked. And all I needed was that. All I needed was the 1 time for it to work. Okay, but guess what he did? Every time he tested a new one, he failed, he learned, he improved, and he re-entered. Imagine doing that 9,999 times. Imagine testing, failing, learning, improving, and re-entering all those times. That's what a legend did. And today we have the light bulb because of that. So look at what is being created because of failure. Okay. So number 5 is develop that process to receive that return on your failure. Number 6, one of my favorite ones, encourage others with your failures. Remember, guys, if you want to impress somebody, okay, if you want to impress somebody, talk about your accomplishments. But you want to inspire somebody, talk about your failures, talk about your losses. Talk about the things that didn't work in your favor. Because I could sit here and I can impress you guys with all my accomplishments, world-renowned speaker in English and Spanish, top 100 podcasts, mindset educator for a company that is earning billions of dollars and mindset coach. And I could sit here and impress you guys with all of my, accomplishments and accolades and titles and all of that stuff. But you know what's going to inspire you guys? My failures. When I tell you guys the stories of when I got knocked down and I got back up, when I made a bad business decision that cost me, a lot of business partners and it cost me a lot of money and I was still able to get back up. The time when, I got my heart broken and, I was able to overcome that and then become a better, All right, guys, let's get the call started. Here we are. We got everybody here. Grand Rising. Happy Monday. My name is Nano. I'm going to be your host on today's call, and I'm extremely excited for another great episode of Mornings with Nano, YouTube edition. What's up, Jasmine? How you doing, sis? Super excited to be here. Super blessed. Very grateful. Also, happy Memorial Day. Definitely want to shout out all of our soldiers who have obviously made a huge sacrifice for our country. I'm extremely grateful for that. And I want to shout out anybody who's on this call that has, served or done anything like that. Just want to let you know, thank you. We're grateful for you, or anyone in your families. We always appreciate those things. So
Very, very grateful and just looking forward to it. You know, this week is the last week of May. We go into the last week, and actually the week finishes off with my birthday on June 1st, which is on Sunday. So this is a birthday week for me. I'm looking forward to an amazing week. I've had already an amazing month, and I'm looking forward to finishing off this month very, very strong, heading into a new month, which is my birthday month, June 1st. And it's amazing when your birthday's at the beginning of the month because it's your birthday all month, and it's going to be a month filled with a lot of amazing things. So, any Geminis in here as well? Do we got any other Geminis in here? Any June babies or end of May babies? Any Geminis on the call? Because we definitely I see some people here. Yes, Keita. Okay, my sis, June 27th. I'm end of June, May 28th. Okay, so yours is in 2 days, Natalia. May 21st. Love that for you, Keita. Happy belated. Okay, so we got a couple. See some June 13th here. Awesome. June 19th, June 29th. We got a lot of Gemini. Jasmine's a Gemini. Look at that. I have 2 Gemini babies. May 24th. Yes, your birthday just passed. You have a lot of Cancers on the call. Look at that. My sis Jayana, 29, 27. Mine was May 18. There you go. Air signs rule. Yes, they do. All right, guys. So with that being said, let's get started with another great call. Today I was thinking about what were we going to talk about? What were we going to cover on today's call? And being that, obviously, like I said, this is the last week of May, I thought about the finish line, right? But not the finish line for the year, but the finish line for this month. All right, my bro Wiley is watching Uncle Neno. Love to see it, right? So I was sitting there and I'm like, okay, the finish line for this month. And it's so important because remember, how you finish a month will determine how you start the next one. And knowing that, going into June, we're heading into the summer months, June, July, August. I think it's important that we understand that what we do in these next couple of days will determine how we start the month of June, which leads us into a summer season, which is, like we all know, it's the growing season. Now, just in case you didn't know how the seasons work, let me break it down to you, right? There's the winter season. The winter season is usually from the months of December, January, and February. Now, winter does not just mean that you're struggling and it's tough times. Winter is sometimes the season of preparation. All right, it's a season where you're working on yourself. You're putting time into you. Your main focus is you. And sometimes winter seasons come with challenges, but just because it's challenges doesn't mean you're not growing, right? All challenges are there to make you grow, right? So it goes, winter season is the season of preparation and growth. All right. Spring season, all right, is the season of planting. It's the season of putting in work, right? Planting your seeds, because remember, at the end of the day, it's about what you plant. And the way that you plant is with your thoughts, with your actions, with your emotions, and what you do on a day-to-day basis. All right. It's the planting season. We got to go to work. Now, the summer season, where we're heading into, is the season of growth and protection. Remember, once you plant something, once you plant a seed, all right, now it's time for you to continue to grow it, but also protect it. So you got to protect what you've done up until this very moment. You got to protect the seeds that you planted all of March, all of April, and all of May. Because now June, July, and August are the seasons of growth. This is the season where you're going to have to keep pouring water into yourself, right? You got to keep growing yourself. You got to stay consistent with the proper habits, but you also must protect it from what? The distractions, the people, the negativities, and all the things that sometimes don't work in your favor. And then that's the summer season. And then we go into what's called the fall season, which is also known as the harvest season, which is the months, exactly, all the bugs and so on and so forth. And then the fall season, the harvest, is September, October, November. All right. So right now, we're not in that harvest season yet. We're almost there. We're a couple months away from the big, big harvest season. Now, let me also explain this. People don't move at the same rate as the seasons of life. And let me explain that. Just because we're heading into a summer season doesn't mean that it is summer season for everybody. Some people may be in a winter season right now. Some people may be in their harvest season right now. Everybody may be in different seasons. Just because, we're in the spring season, right? Which is the season of planting. There may be some people right now that are in planting season. This year for me, I've been in alignment with the seasons. And let me explain to you guys. I know that right now I'm in that planting season. I'm planting a lot of seeds, a lot of thoughts, a lot of actions, a lot of emotions. All right, that's where I'm at right now. I'm in that planting season, putting in work, 16-hour days. Like for me, this weekend was such a relieving weekend because I got a chance to spend some time with some friends. And, we went to a hockey game. I went to my first hockey game. I went to play golf for the first time. Like it was good because I had been nonstop. I hadn't taken a day or a weekend for myself. So this weekend for me was a good, let me get out, let me have fun for a little bit before we get back to work going into the summer season. So you need to identify what season you're in. What season are you in right now? Are you in a winter season where you're being challenged and you're growing? Are you in a spring season where you're taking action? You're planting your seeds. You're putting in the opportunities that are put in front of you, so on and so forth. Are you in the summer season? Are you heading into the summer season where you're growing, but you're also protecting? You're growing, but you're also protecting what you planted. Or are you in a harvest season where everything is just working in your favor and you are just receiving? So real quick, where is everybody at right now based off of what I just explained? I just kind of want to see based off of where we at. What season are you in? Are you in the winter? Are you in the spring? Are you in the summer, or are you in your harvest season? All right, let's see. I see a lot of spring. My little brother tells me he's in his spring season. I see a lot of people in the spring. Okay, sheesh. Yeah, okay, spring. Miranda says I'm in my waiting season. Waiting season is spring, summer. Spring, summer. So you're probably spring, summer. Okay. So a lot of us are in our spring season. But we're also harvesting as well. I can see that. Starving season. I like that one. Right. One thing we've been talking about in our team right now is that this is savage summer. This a starving summer. We're going to go into this summer starving. I love that. Okay. So a lot of us, we are in that spring summer season. So it seems like we're all in alignment, which I love that. So we're in that spring season. So now that, remember, we need to be aware of where we are. We need to be aware of where we are. When you are in a spring season, this is the season of opportunity. This is the season of planting. This is the season of making sure that the right habits are in place for you. So important. Because now when you go into the summer season, which is this next season for us, this is the season now where we're going to start growing. We're going to start growing. You're going to start to see more results in your life. You're going to start making more sales. You're going to start making more money. But you also got to protect yourself. And the protection is the key, because you got to protect yourself from the daily distractions. You got to protect yourself from the negative naysayers. You got to protect yourself from anything that's going to try to stop your growth. It could be the weed. It could be the alcohol. It could be the late nights. It could be friends. It could be the girlfriend. It could be the boyfriend. You don't know what it is that's going to stop you from your growth. So you need to go into this next season understanding like, Nano, I am going to grow. I'm going to become a better version of myself, but I'm also aware of what could steal my focus. All right. So here's what this training is all about today. I titled this training, Finish Lines Create Focus. Now, let's start with point number one really quick. This is point number one, going into the finish line creates focus. Point number one says, deadlines drive decisions. Deadlines drive decisions. So understand, these are the last few days of the month. The last few days. This could be the day, this could be the week that you go harder than you've gone all month. You have to make this week the week that you go harder than you've gone every single other week this month because you want to finish strong. How the saying goes, and I want you guys to finish it for me in the chat. It's not about how you start, it's about how you blank. Finish the blank for me in the chat. It's not about how you start, it's about how you blank. Finish, correct? It's about how we finish. So let me tell you what, it doesn't even matter if you've had an okay month all month. You could have had an average month, but if you finish strong, that's the last impression that you're going to have. This is important. So you could have had a decent month this month. You could have had an up and down month this month. You could have had a low month this month. Or you could have already been on all-time highs and you're just going to finish strong. It's all about how you finish because remember, that finish will be your last impression. So what I want you to do is I want you to get clear on what you're going to do this week to finish strong. What are you going to do this week to finish strong? What does finishing the month strong look like for you? And remember, play the game to win, not to lose. What do I mean by that? Play the game to win, which means set a goal for yourself this week so that you can go out there and do it. Set goals in specific areas in your life that you're going to go hit this week. Not crazy goals that you know that you haven't even hit all year. Set goals that you know you're going to hit this week. For example, set a goal for your personal development. What is that going to be? Maybe that goal for you, something I recommend everybody to do this week is finish your morning routine all 7 days. That's something as simple as that. You guys have no idea how powerful that will do for you. It would be incredible if you go out there and you say, you know what? And this is a question I have for everybody here. And this is even for Nano. Who in here can say that this month they've done their morning routine all 7 days? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, every single day included. Who here can say that they've done it all 7 days, at least 1 week? Can many people say it? Because to be real, I can't even say it. I've done 6 days, but I haven't done 7. Who has done all 7 days straight intentionally? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, no slip-ups for a full 7 days. You woke up and you did your morning ritual, your morning routine all 7 days. I've done it 6 days. I haven't done it 7 this month, and that's the truth. I've done it 7 other months in April and in March, but this month I haven't done it, and that's the truth. So if you look in the chat, we got what, maybe 15, 20 people. We have over 130 people on the call. You see the difference? So there is people that have done it. So congratulations to those that have did it. But that's 15, 20 people out of 120. That means that if there's 120 people on the call for math purposes, only 20 people have done it. And the rest of us, including Nano, the 100 of us, we haven't done it 7 days straight. Something to think about. What if this is the week that we all do 7 days? Because you see, that's my goal. Even though it's my birthday week, that's my goal, to do it all 7 days. My birthday's on Sunday. So I got all 7 days. I want to go into my birthday, doing my morning routine. My goal this week on a personal level is to hit all 7 days. Hit all 7 days in my morning routine. This is important. Now, another thing, what's another goal that you want to set? Maybe some of you guys want to set goals with your businesses. Everybody here I know is in different businesses. So it's kind of hard for me to tell you guys what goals to set, but find out what is an accomplishable goal that you want to hit. Obviously, for the people in my business, for those that are looking to grow their businesses, all right, how many enrollments are you going to get this week? How many new success stories are you going to create? For my people that are trading, for my people that are investing, how much money are you going to make in your trading account? How much money are you going to invest into crypto this week? For my people in sales, how many sales are you going to make this week? What are you going to do this week that is a goal that you can set, that you know that you've been wanting to hit? Go out there and do it. Because what you want to do is you want to build that belief. You want to build that confidence. And remember, play the game to win, not to lose. I'm not going to go out and set a goal that I haven't hit all year to then try to do it or do my best to do it this week. And then I end up not doing it. And then I go into the month of June a little bit disappointed at the fact that I didn't finish the month off strong. I want to go into the month of June feeling good about myself, feeling positive, feeling uplifted. Like, yo, Nano, you said you were going to do your morning routine 7 days in a row. You did it all 7 days in a row. You said that you were going to get this many sales in your business. You got that many sales in your business. You said you were going to post this many times on social media, and you posted that many times on social media. I want you guys to get in the habit of doing exactly what you said you're going to do. And if there was ever a week to do it, is now. So the first one, point number one, so that you can make sure that you finish the year off strong. I mean, sorry, not the year, the month of May strong, is deadlines drive behavior. Deadlines drive behavior. Here's a question I have for you guys. If you only had 72 hours to hit your goal, what would you stop doing and what would you double down on? I'm going to repeat that question. If you know what your goal is for the week already, and you only had 72 hours to hit that goal, this doesn't count for morning routines. I'm talking about performance-based, sales, and so on and so forth. If you only had 72 hours to hit your goal, what are some things you would stop doing that are distracting you? That could be social media scrolling. That could be going out, eating out, smoking, drinking, vaping, all the things that distract us. Think about all the things that distract us. Talking to girls, talking to boys, all of it. Think of all of it. Think of all the things that you know deep down are distracting you. Because you know what the thing is about us? We know what's holding us back. We just choose to do it over and over and over again. So we know what's distracting us deep down inside. We have conversations with ourselves about it. Man, you know what? I'm spending too much time on social media. I'm spending too much time doing this, doing that. I shouldn't be doing this. I know I shouldn't be doing this. So what do you need to stop doing? And then the next question is, what would you double down on? What do I mean by double down on? What do you need to do more of? Do you need to make more phone calls? Do you need to post more? Do you need to study more? What do you need to do more of? All right, so remember, deadlines drive decisions. Let's go to point number 2. Point number 2 says time compression. All right, time compression. What I want you guys to do is what will take you 30 days to accomplish, we could do it in 7 days. I challenge you guys to collapse time. Collapse time these last 7 days of this month. Collapse it. What would have taken you 30 days to do, I want you to do it in 7. I challenge you, which means more phone calls, more conversations, more posting on social media, more studying, more reading, more hours in the gym, more. This is important that we all understand this. This is so key. If you can get this right here, it'll change the game for you. I promise you that. Do a little bit more reading. Write your goals down a little bit more. Make this the week that you do a little bit more of what you've already been doing. So if you've been going to the gym for 30 minutes, go to the gym for an hour. If you've been reading for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, let's read for 30, 40 minutes. If you've only been writing your goals down in the morning, let's write your goals down in the morning and in the night. If you've only been talking to 5 people a day about your business, let's talk to 10, 15 people about your business a day. I haven't read in weeks. Very disappointing. Very disappointing to read, Miranda. I'm going to tell you that. But I hope that this is the week that you read more than you've ever read all year. I challenge you to read 30 minutes a day this week. Watch what that does to you. Compress time. Do more now than you've ever done. You got to do more now than you've ever done in this week. Study more, read more, journal more, everything a little bit more. I can't wait at the end of the week when Miranda tells me, Nano, I read all week. I read all week. It was what I was missing, bro. I was missing reading. If you've only been doing reps of 10 in the gym, let's do reps of 12 this week in the gym. If you've only been doing cardio for 30 minutes a day, let's do 45 minutes a day. If you've been holding your planks for 30 seconds, let's hold the plank for a minute this week. What I'm saying is, whatever you've been doing up until this moment, do more. Do more. Right? It seems like a lot of people haven't been reading. Real quick, who else hasn't been reading that much? Put a 2 if you haven't been reading. Let me see who are my non-readers. Who's going to be honest on this call and say the truth if you've been reading or not. I want to see who my real ones are that are going to say that they haven't been reading. Oh wow, it's a couple. You see? So, but here's the reality. This is perfect. This is good self-reflection because now I know Danielle, Mick, Clem, Joel, Joshua, Alessia, Ray's room. Sorry if I said that wrong. Only Child, Anna, Porsche, Jasmine. Who else? Maribel, Tay. Non-readers book club. I fell off. Yes, we need to be reading more. This is the week that you got to read more. Not enough, Hector. Let me tell you guys something, and this is the reality of it. None of you guys can afford not to be reading every day. None of you. Reading, not audibles, reading, picking up the book and reading the book. Reading it. Okay? Not audibles, not podcasts. That's easy to do. Picking up a book and reading it. None of you can afford not to be reading every day. None of us. I'm telling you. I'm so serious. You have to be spending a minimum of 15 minutes a day doing that. Remember, guys, that's how we feed our mind. I bet you if I was to ask all of you, yo, did you feed your bodies recently? Everybody would be like, yes. I bet you guys ate yesterday. I bet you ate all last week. You fed your body all last week. But how did you feed your mind? Did you feed your mind? You got to remember this, guys. This stuff, everything I tell you guys is so important. Reading changed my life. A huge percentage of the success that I have today comes from the books that I've read. It comes from the books that I read because I've prioritized reading in my life. And did I like reading? No. Did reading make me uncomfortable at one point? Yes. But now I love it. I can't live without it. My mind my mind gets hungry. My mind gets hungry when I don't read because of how much it craves the knowledge. Gotta read. Like Jim Rohn says, you gotta read. I love Jim Rohn. You gotta read. He says the most successful people, they read because they are so curious. They want the information. You gotta read. Gotta read the books, guys. I'm telling you, collapse time this week. Some of you guys have a huge opportunity. I'm pretty sure, and you know what's the craziest thing about it? For all my non-readers on this call, I want you to do this. Listen to this. I bet you this week, pick up a book and read that aligns with you. And I'm 100% sure that this week you're going to read a page, you're going to read a paragraph that's going to give you a breakthrough, because that's always how it works. That's always how it works. Every time that I go a couple of days or a couple of weeks without reading, and then I pick up a book and read it, it was like it was waiting for me to read it at that specific moment to give me the breakthrough that I've been looking for. I challenge you to do the same thing, because there's a breakthrough waiting for you in the book that you've been avoiding reading. That's the truth. That's why they say the success that you feel like you deserve, or the success that you feel like you need in your life, is in the work that you've been avoiding. So for you guys that are not reading, the success that you want is in the reading that you've been avoiding. You've been avoiding the reading, and that's where your success is going to lie. It lies there. I promise you. It will change your life. I guarantee you it. There's nothing, I don't like to guarantee anyone anything, but I can guarantee you, if you read more, your whole life will change. Promise you that. So compress time, collapse time this week. Read more, study more, make more phone calls, post more on social media this week. For my people that are looking to grow their brands, have you ever posted 7 days in a row? Have you ever posted 5 days in a row? Let this be the week that you do it. Take some time today and sit down. It'll probably take you 30 minutes. And plan out your next 3 posts, your next 5 posts with captions, hashtags, and times, and pictures, and videos, and reels. I'm pretty sure if you all take 30 minutes to an hour today, you can pick 5 to 7 posts to post on your social media and be intentional about it. Post more this week. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to post more this week. I post, but I'm only posting 2 to 3 times a week. I got to be posting at least, myself, I need to be posting minimum 5 days a week, minimum. And that's an okay week. Minimum, in reality, somebody like me that's really looking to grow my brand the way that I am, I got to be posting, truth be told, twice a day, 7 days a week on multiple different platforms. The reality of the situation. But I know it's not easy. It's difficult. We make excuses, but we got to collapse time. Remember, speed is a choice, and success loves speed. Let's move with speed this week. So number 2, what we said was time compression, collapse time, do more of what you've already been doing. All right, that's how we're going to finish the month strong. Number 3, understand that pressure creates performance. Greatness isn't built in comfort. It's revealed under pressure. I'm putting pressure on y'all right now. Read the book, post more on social media, wake up earlier, get in the gym, make more phone calls, study more, read more. I'm putting pressure on y'all. All right? I'm putting pressure on y'all for a reason. Don't let the deadline put fear in your heart. Use it to elevate your intensity and sharpen your focus. My brother Michael, you're in the gym right now. No more sets of 10, bro. Sets of 12 and 15. Push yourself. No more cardios for 30 minutes. Let's do 45 minutes to an hour today, bro. Start it right now that you're there. No music. Let's listen to audios. Number 3 was pressure creates performance. Pressure creates performance. Remember, greatness isn't built in comfort. It's revealed under pressure. I want to see how you guys are going to do under pressure. I just put the pressure on one of my students, Miranda. I want her to read at least 10 pages a day this week, every day, rain or shine, no matter what. No excuses. Yes, honestly, I've been on the train, and that's the only time I read. I would love to reintroduce it to my rising ritual. Yes, do it. It'll help you out a lot. Was off social for a few days, back at it for business. Yes, Natasha, I would love to see you post a lot more this week. This is the most important part of it. Use the pressure. I love the pressure. I love the pressure that I'm putting on myself because remember, guys, I'm going on this call and I'm saying it in front of hundreds of people so that you guys can hold me accountable. Imagine you voicing your goals and your deadlines to hundreds of people so that they can hold you accountable. That is so important and it's so needed. We need that awareness. We need that awareness. At this point in the year, everybody, truth be told, everybody on this call, if we were all in alignment, we're all growing to be the better versions of us. Every single person on this call should have a minimum of at least 4 to 5 books under their belt already read this year. Minimum. Minimum at least 4 or 5 books that you've read this year. Every single person, at least at the very, very least. Anything more is great. If not, that means you're not doing enough personal growth. Mornings with Nano is a great source of help. But remember, with Mornings with Nano, some of you only listen to Mornings with Nano. When you read, there's more of your senses involved. Because when you read, remember, when you read, you're reading in your mind, so you're listening, okay? You're using your eyes to follow, so you're seeing, okay? You have the book in your hand, so you're touching it as well. And if you want to get even deeper, you can smell it. You can smell the book. If you ever bought a new book, you know the smell of a new book. You can smell the book when you buy a new book. And, you know, if you really wanted to, you can taste it, but nobody's going to really put their mouth on a book, whatever. But to call it what it is, you can use more of your senses when you read a book. But when you jump on Mornings with Nano, all you're doing is listening. New book smells really good, right? So if you think about it, when you read, you use 4 out of 5 senses at least, because we won't use taste. And call it what it is. If you've ever used your, to help you turn the page, eventually you do that enough, you start to taste the book too as well. You start to taste the book. So in reality, you're using almost all 5 senses when you're reading a book. Because anybody that uses their thing to turn the pages when the pages are stuck, eventually you do that enough, you start to taste the book in your tongue. It's the reality of the situation. So in reality, we said 4, you're probably using all 5 of your senses when you read a book. All right. When you read a book, you use all 5 of your senses. Why does that help? Because it helps you. You're basically digesting the book. You're digesting the information. It becomes a part of you. It becomes a part of you. So you want to be able to get into that. It's so key. Don't fear the deadline. Use it to elevate your senses. Use it to elevate your intensity and sharpen your focus. All right. And then the last point I want to make here today so we can wrap up this call is finish strong so you can start stronger. Finish strong so you can start stronger, which is something I said earlier. How you end May is how you earn the right to lead into June. Remember what I said? It doesn't matter how. Doesn't matter how you've done this month up until this very moment right here today. Monday, May 26th, Memorial Day. It does not matter what has happened before this. Does not matter. What happens is what you do from today, May 26th, till Sunday, June 1st. What are you going to do from today till June 1st? Because here's another thing a lot of you guys may not realize. Remember, June now is also the last month of the second quarter of the year, which leads us to our halfway point. So we're not only are we finishing May, but we're headed into June. That once June ends and July 1st hit, we're in the halfway point of the year. That's it. 6 months will be by. Think about how fast those 6 months passed. It feels like just the other day we were on on Mornings with Nano here on New Year's, and we were talking about New Year's resolutions, and we were talking about 3, 6, 12-month goals. And look at where we are. We're at the 6-month mark almost already. Couple more weeks and we're at the 6-month mark. We're 5 weeks away from the 6-month mark. Time is moving. This year's flying by. But how many times do we say that? We already know that time is flying by us. It is literally flying by. We need to be taking advantage of our time. We're not leveraging our time to the best of our abilities. Look at how fast it's going. Look at how fast 5 months have passed. We're going into June, which is a very important month. Because think about it. And summer's going to fly by as well, too. Summer is the fastest season, as a matter of fact, out of all of them. Out of all seasons, in my opinion, summer's always the fastest. Summer's literally always the fastest for me, in my opinion. It flies by. It was like that when I was in school, too. Remember summer vacations and you would have summer break, and then next thing you know, it was already time to start school. I used to be like, damn, bro. It used to suck. I used to be mad as hell. To be like, yo, summer started, summer finished. It was fast. So understand how you end May is how you earn the right to lead June. Build the momentum now so that you're not starting from zero next month. Because let me ask you guys a real question. If June started today, if today was June 1st, would you be proud of the current pace that you're moving on right now? Be honest, yes or no? If June started today, right now, today's June 1st, would you be proud of the current pace that you're moving on right now? Truth be told, would you be proud of the current pace that you're moving in right now? Be honest. I want to see what everybody says. Would you be proud? I wouldn't say I'm proud. I would say I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied because I like the pace that I'm on. I really do like the pace that I'm on. But I know that I can do so much more. Right? Put a 3 in the chat box if you know deep down that you could be doing so much more. You know for a fact that you could be tapping into a different version of you. I love Mela. Mela's been in her mode. I love that for you. We all know we can do so much more. So look, and truth be told, when I just asked you guys who would be happy of the current pace, majority of people typed no, and those were the ones that had the vulnerability to share the no, which means that there's a lot of people that didn't participate that also feel the same way. That also feel like they're not satisfied, they're not proud of their current pace, which means, guys, we need to make a shift today. Like the moment this call finishes, shift needs to happen in your mind. And you need to go and tell yourself and convince yourself and literally self-talk yourself into telling yourself this is going to be the best week of the year for you. This has to be the week where you have your best week of the year. May 26th to June 1st, the last week of May, I want you to look back and be like, yo, that was my best week of the whole year. I crushed it. I did everything I said I was going to do. I went to the gym 5 days out of the week. I read every day. I did my morning ritual every day. I made this many sales. I posted this many times on social media. I did everything I said I was going to do this week. And I'm going into the month of June on top of the world. Your whole energy can shift in 7 days. You know what's funny? Every time I'm in a slump, I know how to get out of the slump. My what do they call it? The antidote or the key or the secret for me to getting out of any slump is for me to do my morning routine 7 days straight. That's it. That's all I got to do. The remedy, I can get out of any slump. Anytime I'm in a slump, all I got to do is wake up and do my morning routine intentionally for 7 days. And I'm out of the slump immediately. Immediately. I get out of it right away. So if you're feeling like that and you're like, yo, Neno, I've been a little bit off, I'm not all there yet. The secret to your success is hidden in your daily routine. That's where it's hidden. That's the secret right there. All of it right there. I bet you if you get back to that every day, because remember guys, you are the whole secret. You're the key. You're the key in your equation to becoming successful. If you get right, you got it. You got it. That's the key. If you can get you right, it'll change everything for you. So focus up this week. Focus up this week and let's finish strong. Who's ready to finish strong? Put a 222 in the chat if you guys are ready to finish strong. I'm going to count on you guys to finish strong. I'm going to be here all week with y'all, Monday through Friday, to make sure that we finish strong and I talk you guys through this process. A lot of us, we got goals we got to hit. We got posts we got to make. We got books that we got to read. We got weights we got to lift. We got calls that we got to make. Just go out there and make it happen this week. I want all 7 days to be intentional this week. Let's finish the month off strong so we can go into the month of June even stronger. So with that being said, that wraps up today's call. The 4 points so that you can finish the month strong. We said point number 1 was deadlines drive decisions. Number 2 is time compression. Remember, collapse time. What would usually take you a month to do, let's do it in the next 7 days. Read more, study more, make more calls, more of that. Number 3, pressure creates performance. Embrace the pressure that I put on all of us this call. All right. Embrace this pressure. You know what, Nano? I appreciate the pressure. I needed this reminder. I needed you to tell me the things that you told me to do today. Let's go to work. And then number 4, finish strong so that you can start your month off stronger. All right. Remember, how you end May is how you earn the right to lead into June. So if you finish strong, you'll start strong. If you finish weak, you start weak. You can't afford, no one on this call, no one, for the hundreds that are on this call, not one of us can afford to start the month of June weak. None of us, not even including Nano. I can't afford to start the month of June weak. The only option is strong. All right, fam. So number 1 was deadlines drive decisions. Deadlines drive decisions. All right, guys. So with that being said, that wraps up today's call. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your Memorial Days with whatever you do. Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you, Hector. Let's have a great day. Let's be intentional. Make the shift. Make the mental shift. Let's get right away, right to work once this call finishes. If you haven't liked this video, please give it a like. I would appreciate you guys liking it. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you guys want to follow me on social media, my Instagram is at Long Live Nano. I'll be posting some videos today and some stuff, so some content. And I challenge you guys to show up every day this week as well, all 5 days. Let's show up. Let's make sure that we're tapped in. And let me do a little prayer before we go. I do a little prayer at the end of every call, and we'll finish it off right there, right? So quick prayer. Let's bow our heads. Father God, we want to say thank you so much for waking us up on this beautiful Monday morning. We feel so good and we feel so blessed to be able to wake up and serve our purpose. We understand that this is the last week of May, and we know that more than ever right now, we need to show up for ourselves. We need to show up and we need to do more. We need to work harder. We need to be more aware of everything. We need to be more conscious, and we got to remove all the distractions from our lives, Father. We ask that you remove anything that may distract us from our purpose this week, Father. We ask that you give us the strength to show up each and every single day, regardless of the circumstances that we're going through, Father. We're ready, and we're going to continue to build the kingdom, and we're going to continue to lay brick by brick each and every single day, because we know that we have to be the example that we see in the rest of the world, Father. So we thank you for keeping us healthy. We thank you for waking us up. We thank you for protecting us, and thank you for also creating a community of accountability, of love, and of uplifting each other. We are so grateful for everything that you're doing, and we want to say thank you ahead of time for everything that you're going to do for us moving forward. We love you. We appreciate you. We give you all the praise and all the glory. In God's name we pray. Amen. 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 Let's go have a great day. God is protecting us. God is leading the way for us. We are in full momentum. Everything is working in our favor, and everything that we touch is going to turn to gold this week. Speak it, love it, appreciate it, speak it out loud, because it is already ours if it's God's glory. All right, fam. So God bless you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time. Hope you guys have a beautiful day.